This cat refused to be adopted by anyone until the vet revealed his secret. The adoption papers lay torn on the floor. Lumo had done it again. The 4th family this month, the 29th family in 3 years. "I do not understand," the shelter manager said. "What is wrong with him?" Nobody knew the answer. Lumo was not sick, not aggressive, not old. He simply refused to leave. Every family started the same way. They saw him in the cage. They fell in love immediately. Orange tabby fur, bright green eyes, perfect size. "We want this one," they would say. The shelter staff would warn them. "Lumo has been returned many times." "We are different," families always replied. "We will make it work." They never did. Lumo had a system, a perfect system. He would seem fine at first, calm in the car, quiet during the drive. But once inside their homes, everything changed. He would hide under beds for days, refusing to come out, refusing to eat, refusing to drink. Some families tried treats, some tried toys, some tried leaving him alone. Nothing worked. Lumo would lose weight rapidly, dangerously. The families would panic. They would bring him back. "Something is wrong with him," they would say. "He wants to die." Other families experienced different problems. Lumo would scratch furniture, shred curtains, knock over lamps. One family returned him after 2 days. "He destroyed our entire living room." Another family lasted 1 week. "He hisses at our children constantly." The worst was the Ellison family. They had tried everything. They spent $600, new food, new toys, vet visits. Lumo refused it all. He lost 3 pounds in 10 days. The vet said to bring him back. "He will starve himself to death," Mrs. Ellison cried. "I cannot watch that happen." The shelter staff stopped promoting Lumo. They stopped putting him in adoption photos. They stopped bringing potential adopters to his cage. "He does not want a home," Jessica, the manager, said. "We have to accept that." Lumo lived in cage 12 now, the back corner, the quiet section, where problem cats stayed. He got food twice daily, water 3 times. His litter box was cleaned. His cage was maintained, but nobody tried to adopt him anymore. After 3 years and 29 failures, they had given up. Lumo seemed content with this arrangement. He ate his food, he used his litter box, he slept peacefully. He just refused to leave, for any reason, for anyone. "Maybe he was traumatized," one volunteer suggested, "before he came here." Lumo had been found 3 years ago, wandering the streets, very thin, very dirty, no collar. The shelters scanned him for microchip, found one, but it was never registered properly. No owner information existed. "Some people chip their pets badly," Jessica explained. They do not finish the paperwork. So Lumo's past remained a mystery. Where did he come from? Who owned him before? Why was he wandering alone? Nobody knew. Lumo was not telling. The shelter operated on a tight budget. Every cage cost money, food cost money, staff cost money. The board of directors had a meeting. They discussed Lumo's situation. The discussion was difficult. 3 years is too long, one board member said. "He takes up valuable space." "What are you suggesting?" Jessica asked carefully. "We have a responsibility to adoptable animals. Lumo is clearly not adoptable." Jessica felt her stomach drop. "You want to euthanize him?" "I want to be realistic. We have limited resources." The vote was close, very close, but Jessica won a temporary reprieve. 6 more months, the board decided. If nobody adopts Lumo in 6 months, we make a different decision. Jessica agreed reluctantly. 6 months. Lumo had 6 months to find a home. She started promoting him again. Social media posts, adoption events, special pricing. "Meet Lumo. About 5 years old. Loves quiet homes." The posts got attention, People called, visited, filled out applications, but Lumo remained Lumo. He refused everyone, every single person, every single family. A retired couple came first. "We have lots of time," they said. "We will be patient." They lasted 4 days. Lumo hid in their basement. Would not eat, would not come out. "We are too old for this," they admitted. "We cannot handle the stress." A single woman tried next. "I live alone," she said. "Very quiet apartment. Perfect for him." She lasted 1 week. Lumo destroyed her couch, shredded her curtains, knocked over her plants. "I cannot afford to replace everything," she cried. "I'm so sorry." A young couple tried third. No children, no other pets. Large house with lots of space. Lumo seemed promising at first. He explored their house. He ate some food. He used the litter box. Then on day 5, he stopped eating. Completely. Totally. They rushed him to the vet. The vet found nothing wrong. Physically, Lumo was healthy. "He is choosing not to eat," the vet said. "I cannot fix that." They brought him back on day 8. "We cannot watch him starve," they sobbed. "We tried everything." Jessica was running out of time. 4 months had passed. Only 2 months remained. She made a desperate decision. She would take Lumo home herself, to her own apartment. "If anyone can help him, I can," she told her staff. "I have been doing this for 12 years. Lumo came home with Jessica. She set up a perfect space. Comfortable bed, multiple food bowls, toys everywhere. Lumo ignored it all. He found Jessica's closet. He hid behind her winter coats and stayed there for 3 days. Jessica tried everything. Wet food, dry food, tuna, chicken, turkey. Lumo refused to eat. Again. On day 4, Jessica broke down crying. "What do you want?" she asked the closet. "Please, just tell me." Lumo did not answer. He just stayed hidden. Jessica brought him back to the shelter on day 6. She had failed, too. "I do not know what else to do," she admitted to her staff. "Nothing works." The staff looked defeated. They had grown attached to Lumo. Despite everything, despite his refusal, despite his problems. "Maybe we should respect his choice," Maria the vet tech said quietly. "Maybe he knows something we do not." "What do you mean?" Jessica asked. "Maybe he is waiting." "For someone specific." Jessica shook her head. "That is impossible. Cats do not work that way." "Are you sure?" Jessica was not sure. Not anymore. Lumo's behavior defied all logic, all experience, all understanding. Before we continue with Lumo's shocking story, do not forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. You will not believe what happens next. 6 weeks remained until the board's deadline. Jessica felt desperate, hopeless, defeated. She decided to try one last thing, one final attempt. She would bring Lumo to the main adoption room, the busy room, where all the visitors came, where families browsed on weekends. Maybe if more people see him, she reasoned, maybe someone special will come. Lumo seemed to hate this idea. He hissed when Jessica moved his cage. He growled when she placed him in the main room. "I am sorry," Jessica whispered, "but we are out of options." Saturday morning arrived, the shelter filled with visitors, families with children, young couples, elderly people, singles. Lumo ignored them all. He turned his back to the cage door. He faced the wall. He refused to look. Person after person walked by. Some stopped. Some asked questions. Some reached toward the cage. Lumo never turned around. Not once. He stayed facing the wall. "That cat is broken," one child said loudly. "Shh," the mother replied. "That is not nice." But the child was not wrong. Lumo looked broken, defeated, like he had given up. Hours passed. The morning crowd thinned out. Lunchtime approached. Most families had left. Jessica sat at her desk, discouraged, heartbroken. Lumo's time was running out. Then the door opened. One more person entered, a man. Alone. Mid-40s, maybe. He walked slowly through the shelter, looking at dogs mostly, stopping at the retriever section. "Can I help you?" Jessica called out. "I am thinking about adopting a dog," the man replied. His voice sounded tired, sad. "We have many wonderful dogs. Let me show you." The man followed Jessica to the dog kennels. He looked at each one carefully. Labs, terriers, shepherds, beagles. But something was wrong. The man seemed distracted, unfocused, like his mind was somewhere else. "Are you okay?" Jessica asked gently. "I am fine. Just deciding." He started walking back toward the exit, past the cats' cages, where Lumo sat facing the wall. Then something impossible happened, something nobody had ever seen before. Lumo turned around, quickly, suddenly. His green eyes locked onto the man. Lumo stood up. He walked to the front of his cage. He pressed his paw against the bars. Then he meowed. Loud, clear, desperate. Jessica dropped her clipboard. The sound echoed through the shelter. Everyone stopped. Everyone stared. "Oh my God," Maria whispered. "He has never done that." The man stopped walking. He turned around slowly. Confusion covered his face. "Why is he doing that?" the man asked. "I have no idea," Jessica finally managed. "Lumo never does this." "Lumo? That is his name?" "Yes, he has been here 3 years." The man walked closer to his cage. Lumo's eyes followed his every movement. Intense, focused, knowing. "Why has he been here so long?" the man asked. Jessica hesitated. Should she tell the truth? Would it scare him away? "He has been adopted many times," she admitted, "but he always comes back. He refuses to eat, or he destroys things, or he hides for days." "How many times?" 29 families, all returned him. The man stared at Lumo. Lumo stared back. Some kind of silent communication passed between them. "Can I pet him?" the man asked quietly. Jessica's heart jumped. "Are you sure?" "I should warn you. He usually hates people. I would like to try anyway." Jessica opened cage slowly, carefully, expecting Lumo to retreat, expecting him to hiss. Lumo did neither. He walked out calmly. He approached the man directly. He rubbed against his leg. The man knelt down slowly. He reached out his hand. Lumo pressed his head into it immediately. The worker gasped out loud. "Oh my God, that has never happened." Daniel looked confused, lost. "I cannot take him," Daniel said softly. "I came for a dog. I do not even like cats." The worker smiled. "Maybe you weren't planning to take him. But maybe he was planning to take you." That day, Daniel signed the papers. Half out of curiosity, half out of something he couldn't explain. At first, Shadow stayed quiet and cautious. But, as days passed, Lumo settled into the house. He followed Daniel everywhere, kitchen to living room, bedroom to bathroom. One night, Daniel could not sleep. He lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. Lumo appeared in his doorway. The cat walked to the bed. He jumped up without asking. He curled against Daniel's chest. The warmth felt familiar somehow. Comforting. Right. For the first time in months, Daniel started to feel alive again. 2 weeks passed. Daniel decided Lumo needed a vet checkup. He made an appointment at a clinic nearby. Dr. Lisa Tanaka examined Lumo thoroughly. Checked his teeth, his ears, his heart, his weight. "He looks very healthy," she said. "You are taking good care of him." "Thank you." "How old is he?" "Around 5 years, maybe. Let me check his microchip." She scanned Lumo's shoulder. A number appeared on screen. She typed it into her computer. Then her expression changed. Confusion crossed her face. "That is strange. What is wrong?" "This microchip is old. Incomplete registration. 4 years old. The only information available is that it came from a clinic on Willow Street. Daniel froze. Willow Street, the place where his daughter had lived before she passed away. He looked down at Lumo. The cat was staring at him again, calm, knowing, and silent. It was the moment when Daniel finally understood why the cat had chosen him. Or maybe who had sent him. Thank you for watching. Every bit of your support counts. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue finding the best stories for you.